Welcome back to Baseline Car Channel. In today's episode we're going to be back working on the Mustang. So let me show you guys what's going on here and what the update on it is. So what we got here is a whole bunch of parts. This is what we're going to do today. As you guys probably already guessed, we are going to be installing and assembling the whole car. Basically preparing for a dyno paint job and just kind of finishing the whole thing. Not sure what the status of the dyno is gonna be. I have a dyno scheduled, but the car is not 100% ready mechanically. I gotta do checkups and make sure everything is working, make sure the coolant is pumping properly, make sure it's not overheating, make sure my blow-off valves and all the other features are working properly. The vacuum lines, I have to figure those out. Still haven't figured those out yet. Plus the gauges, all the boost controllers and all that stuff, that has to be all figured out. But for right now, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna install all these parts, including front bumper, rear bumper that I found it. It's kind of messed up, but I think I'll still be able to use it, and just put it back on. This is the original bumper, as you guys can probably see. It still has the holes from the wide body and this and that, just a little bit scratched up. But I think I'll restore it. I got the fender right here. This is just a used fender. There's another fender and then a hood. Got all these fans and everything. So I think I'm just gonna install these parts and trying to make this car look a little better from outside. And if I have time after that, I'll probably just start, prepping it for a paint job or working mechanically on mechanical issues. As I said, I have a lot of issues that I still have to figure out. Also don't have the nitrous connected, and I'm gonna need that to be connected and properly working before the dyno day. Alright, so I'm probably gonna start off with the rear bumper just because it's on the way. This is the original bumper from this car. It's a little melted from behind, maybe because it was shooting flames. I'm not sure why, because it has a whole bunch of fire from behind. Yeah, I haven't figured that part out yet. My taillights are melted as well. But I want to start off with this bumper. Just want to drop it on the car, install it in the car, just so I can get it out of the way. I have plenty of parts laying around. I just want to get this part out of the way. As for the fenders and for the hood, I need to paint them from underneath first. This fender is blue. It definitely needs to be painted. And I'm going to paint it from underneath, basically underneath the fender. So when I install it, you don't see any blue. And then these parts as well. So once I install the fender, it's there to stay. I'm not gonna have to remove it a couple times. Same things for the hood. I'm gonna have to install it a couple times. I'm gonna have to scuff it up on the inside and paint it, and that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna have to remove it a couple times just to paint. Once I'm gonna get to the painting on the outside, I'm just gonna scuff it up and paint the outside, so the inside will not have to be touched ever again. So that's the plan. Let's get to it. Alright, so the rear bumper is installed. I had to remove the taillights to install the rear bumper. Kind of just tossed it on it so it doesn't lay around the shop. I will have to get new taillights because these are kind of melted from the fire behind. As you guys probably could see, the whole bumper is also a little bit melted. I'm not sure it's because it was shooting flames from exhaust, or maybe the actual fire from the engine bay caught up to it. Not sure what the cause of that is, but check it out, guys. You see this quarter panel looking all funky? That's what it looks like without the wide body fender. Looks pretty cool. Quarter of the wheel is sticking out. Kind of cool. I'm digging it. I might as well leave it like that. It kind of looks cool. But yeah, as I was prepping the parts to paint from outside, it began to rain. Unfortunately, as you guys could see, it started to rain. So we're not gonna paint any parts today or prep them. I'm probably just gonna assemble the interior, do some other parts, and then pick up on the body some other day. While I was waiting for the rain to kind of clear up, I had the opportunity to scuff up these fenders. As you guys could see, they're all kind of scratched up, and that's with intention for the paint to adhere to it. You go over with the special pad in and out the fender just to create adhesion for the paint to kind of catch on to. So this fender hasn't been painted yet. This one was blue, all blue, and it's kind of painted. I lightly sprayed it over just to kind of make it look more black. Don't need to get too technical on this side as long as it's not very visible from underneath. And had to spray it underneath right here where the side skirt kind of mounts, and over here where it kind of mounts on the body, just because this area is not going to be reachable later on when the car is going to be in the paint booth. So I'm gonna let this thing dry for a little bit. Let this thing, I'll have to spray this thing. I'll have to spray this thing a few minutes when the rain clears up a little bit, just because I don't want this water and everything to be affecting the paint. And yeah, just gonna install these things and start working towards, you know, fenders and white body. Alright, so the fender is installed. So I pretty much got the shape, how it goes and all this. And I think that should be enough for me to tell where the white body should be located, the fender flare or whatever. As you guys can see, the wheel does stick out, so I'm gonna have to probably chop off this fender. Once I know the location of a fender, white body fender, I'm gonna be chopping off this fender. So I'm probably just gonna install the headlight right here just to see the position of a fender, which way I need to go, back and forth, up and down, that kind of thing. That should be able to, the headlight should be able to tell me where I need to place the fender. And once that's installed, I'm gonna be working on the white body fender or flare. Alright, so putting the headlight on didn't do much, or it didn't give me much of a reference where the fender is supposed to be, but I guess I'll figure that out later on. As of right now, I got my little helper helping me out opening this mystery box. In this mystery box we got a little bit of something. Let's see what we got there. Angela, pull it up.
Trash?
I guess that's trash. Well, okay. Here's the razor blade. Are you razor blade certified?
Unlock it?
Yeah, are you razor blade certified?
Sure.
No, I don't think you're a razor blade. I'm a razor blade certified. Hold the camera. I'll pop this thing open. In case you ever need a razor blade certification, you can just come by to me. I do a free training, free of charge. Obviously, you have to work for me for some time. You have to put in some free labor, but I'll train you for free. Da 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 da! Moment of truth. Somehow like that, actually like that, is the whole fender gonna go. Boom. That looks cool. That looks amazing. That looks cool. And check this out, guys. You guys see this dent right here? How about this fender damaged? And I'm like, maybe this thing will cover. Well, check this out. This thing covers just above it, like right above that, so that's perfect. That's perfect. This is how it's going to sit. Pretty much, this is the exact location how it's going to sit. It's going to go into the bumper like that. Looks cool. Looks cool. I think I need to probably put the bumper on. I'm probably going to install a different fender, the other side fender. Have both fenders get somebody to help me put the hood on, align the fenders with the hood and everything to make sure everything is properly placed. And then I'm going to install the headlights, bumper, and then I'm going to install these. So these things will have to hibernate for a little bit until I get to them. As for right now, let's move on to the other side. I have to place the bumper. The bumper is not available because I don't have these brackets. I need these brackets first so I can screw everything up, pop the bumper in all the way in the front, and see where the flare is going to sit on the bumper, where exactly I want it to be sitting on the bumper, if I wanted to raise it higher or lower, that kind of thing. The same thing over here. I got everything marked up. As you guys probably could see, there's a line right here. It goes over here. Let me show you a rough briefing what I'm talking about. So the flare is pretty much going to go somewhat, I'll put it back the way it was, like this, somewhat like this. Looks pretty cool though, but as you guys could see, the place where the bumper goes, I need to know exact the position of the bumper, if it's going to be sitting in with the flash with the bumper, making sure you know it sits really well with the bumper, doesn't stick out, doesn't have too much of a gaps. As you guys could see, it barely has any gaps right here right now, and I want to keep it that way, so I'd rather wait a little bit, get these brackets, get these little mounting brackets over here for the bumper, put the bumper in, and then I'll align these things. Once I get everything aligned, I'll be able to cut the new fender to make sure I clear up the space for the wheel. But yeah, that's gonna have to be done some other day. I'll have to pick it up some other day. Picking up where I left off, so basically as you guys can see, the bumper is back on. It's all mounted the way it's supposed to be, and check it out. It looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can see much because of the sun, but the gaps are pretty good between the bumper and the fender. The headlights are coming in pretty well. I would say maybe they'll need to go up a little further. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But overall, it's not assembled bumper. I have assembled bumper right here, and I can't fit this bumper on because I have to remove these caps or grills or whatever and modify them for a blow-off valve and all that stuff. So that's gonna have to wait. At the moment, I'm not gonna assemble this bumper. I'm just gonna use this bumper, and I already fit in these fenders with the bumper, so basically that's how it's gonna be. I already marked it. Let me see if I can show it to you guys, the exact location. I can't get the exact location, but around here, basically around here. So as you guys can probably see, it all comes out pretty well. Alright, so the hood is on. Even though it was really difficult to put this hood by myself, for one person to put up the hood, yet it is possible. My biggest worry was not to crack this glass. This is a very fragile piece of history that we want to preserve, so that was my biggest concern. Good thing I didn't make any cracks on it. Good thing this thing is well preserved as it should be. As you guys can see, it's all nice and good. See? Brand new cracks. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's enough. Well, you guys got the point, so let's keep going. Alright, so this side is done as well. Looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna clear. I guess I will find out when we be driving later on if it's gonna be rubbing or not. But it should clear. I don't know if you guys can see it or if the camera can capture it. It seems like it's clear and all. If not, I mean, I guess we could always adjust it to the fender. It's just, yeah, it seems like we're done with the fenders. So I guess the next step will probably be preparation for the paint. We also got the interior out, we got the recovers out, we got the rear seats out just to kind of clear up. Not to clear up, but kind of just clean up the interior before we kind of assemble it all for once. So I pulled the airbag module as well. Pulled down that module from over there. I don't know if you guys can see. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just in the middle of the console. Took that for a rebuild or replacement. And pretty much, yeah, once the interior dries out and the module comes back, I'm going to put the module back in, put all the airbags, everything, the seats, everything, and start assembling the whole interior. So interior is kind of gutted out right now, but I think you know, once we put everything together, it's going to be better than before, that's for sure. Alright guys, so that would be wrap for this episode on the Baseline Car channel. Stay tuned for an upcoming episode. We're probably going to be the next episode. We're probably going to be pulling the spark plugs out, checking the coils, make sure everything on that end is good. Probably going to be wiring all the nitrous system and assembling the whole interior. So that's going to be another busy episode. Stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and share the videos with all your buddies. Till the next time. Peace!